So now the first thing what we'll do is we'll try to understand about the roadmap. Whenever you think about becoming a network engineer, you generally start with something like, you generally start with as a fresher, or you have the basic networking skills, or you might be having like 2 to 3 years of experience, or even more than that. It depends. And you are, when you're planning for CCNP Enterprise, it's mainly focused for someone who is without any experience, or with a CCNA level knowledge of 2 3 years of experience, like I said, and applying for some kind of network engineer roles. Okay. So the main goal of the CCNP Enterprise course is to prepare a network engineer mostly at the level 2 or the level 3. Okay. So now what you are doing is, being a level 1 engineer, a network engineer, you are going to advance yourself towards the next level. That's what mainly it focuses on. Okay. So to start with, what we can do is we can just start with something like, if you're setting up with the skill set, these are the specific skill set you generally need to have. Okay. So the first thing, as I said, when you go with the CCNP is going to bridge the gap between your CCNA or the basics and the advanced level. So when you're progressing to the advanced level, CCNP is going to bridge that gap. Mainly, you will be adding some more theoretical concepts in detail, and mainly you will be more exposed to your real-time environments. How the routing switching works, how the LAN, how the WAN, or how the internet, or how the network security works. So everything, how it works in the real enterprise networks. Okay. So mostly at the CCNA level, if you have learned the CCNA is a prerequisite here. So CCNA mainly teaches you what is networking, like how the network works, what router do, what switches will do, what a firewall will do. Mostly kind of a skill set where, again, in the CCNP you're actually learning how this is going to work in the real networks. So it's more kind of a real time production networks what you generally learn. Of course, you also learn about automation, how you can optimize your network, how we can make it more better. Okay, so like I said, in the CCNP Enterprise, you will be working. We will be thinking more like a network engineer who is actually working in a real time production network. Okay, okay. So where you actually think about if something goes wrong, how you're going to troubleshoot it. Okay, or how you're going to provide redundancy, means if this goes down, if this switch goes down, how you're going to add additional links, how you can make your network to perform more better, how you can scale up your network, and how critical these things are important in the production network. So you start thinking that way. That's what exactly the CCNP prepares you. Okay. So when you talk about this, typically, if you see the CCNP journey, as you know, the CCNP Enterprise course generally have these modules, ENCOR and RC. These are the two specific modules what we are going to cover. And the prerequisite is you need to have at least a CCNA level knowledge. So again, here we will still go with the basics. We still see what is VLAN and what is routing, basic routings. But you don't go with a very basic, I expect you to know, already have the CCNA level knowledge. That's what the basic expectations. Again, this course, as I said, it is mainly designed for someone who is new to the networking, who has done the CCNA, and who is actually trying to explore or add more additional skill set. Okay. And again, the outcome can be, you might be, or it can also build a roadmap to your CCIE as well. So in the long run, once you have that CCNA level knowledge with some experience, you have the CCNP skills. So in the future, you will be adding your skill set in more depth to the CCI level. Okay. Now the different skill set here, you can see generally you have this different skill set here. CCNA basically covers the foundation. So if you know the roadmap, You generally have the certifications at the associate level, which is more kind of a CCNA. Now, this CCNA, as I already mentioned, it basically focuses more on the foundations. Okay, you expect to know the technology. You expect, what the router will do, what switch will do, how the routing works, how the ACL works, how the NAT is working, how to configure it. So mostly you generally learn how to configure, how to do these things. But again, what is VLAN and why we use a VLAN, trunk links, these all things you generally already covered in the CCNA. Anyway, I'll be revising them as we move on. But again, when you move to the CCNP level, this is where you start learning more advanced technologies. Like you still do the same thing. You still learn the switching like VLANs, trunks, STP and all, but you actually learn how to optimize it, how you can make it to more better. More kind of a real-time networks where you have 30 to 40 switches or 10 to 15 switches connected, where you have hundreds of users connected to the LAN. You actually deep dive into the concepts. A similar way, you also have the routing concepts. You actually go deep dive, and likewise, you also go to the WAN. These are all the topics what we are going to cover. Again, I'll come back to those individual topics as we move on. Okay. Now, whereas in the future, again, you can also plan from CCNP. It is more like CCNP, CCIE. If you're planning for CCIE, that is again the next level. Next level means you learn switching, you learn routing, you learn VPNs, you learn some services. You learn mostly ENCOR, NRC. These two modules you generally cover in the CCNP level. But when you think about the CCIE, you need to add some additional skill set. Like you have the SD-WAN, SDA. These are the LAN automation, WAN automation courses which you have to add. Now, once you add the skill set, now it makes you more towards the CCIE. So, which means you're going to add some more additional concepts, some more real-time labs or mock labs kind of thing, which will again prepare you for the CCIE as well. Okay, so mostly at the CCIE level, if you have a experience of 5+ years of experience, and you want to add, you want to get into more, designing your networks, or you want to learn how to automate your networks, or you want to learn more to the L3 level 3 network engineer level. If your goal is that, then probably you will be adding the CCIE enterprise skill set. Okay, so CCNA is more like a foundations, and the CCNP is more kind of a real-time networks, how you apply them and how you troubleshoot them. So which is more like a level 2 network engineer job role with 2 to 5 years of experience or more. But again, once you have 5 to 8 years of experience, you generally get into the CCIE level knowledge skill set, where you might be working as a level 3 network engineer, where you majorly design and do some complex troubleshooting in a production networks. Okay, so this is more kind of a junior engineer or a level 1 engineer or a network engineer roles. Whereas the CCIE is more into the senior role, where you will be designing like architect role, or it can be, troubleshooting at the higher level. Okay. So definitely the CCNP CCIE is not going to be easy. Definitely there will be challenges, because you move from the foundations to the advanced levels, but you have to make sure that you commit on the learning part, like, commit on the learning part, like sessions or, practicing the labs, repeating the labs and troubleshooting. That's something you generally have to do. Okay. So this additional skill set is going to completely change the direction of your career, because you are going from the basic level, or you might be already working for 2 to 5 years. If you don't have a strong core skill set, that is going to be a challenge, because most of the time I have seen, there are many people who have more than 5 to 10 years of experience. But again, when we do some interviews for level 2 or level 3, basically they don't have the basic skill set of the CCNP level. So even though you add 10+ years of experience, the experience is going to count, but that is going to be valuable only when you have the skills in depth. You should know the concepts. You should know in detail concept. That is something expected. So parallelly, as you grow, as you add experience, you also need to add the skill set. Not just this. Once you learn this start part, maybe you learn some other firewall security courses, or maybe you add some more skill sets. So the more you learn, the more you actually keep growing in your profile. So that's the reason there is always a continuous learning is important. So you need to make sure that you actually do a continuous learning. Okay. So this is more about the journey. That's what like transitioning from the basic level or the CCNA level to CCNP level, and you can also add the CCI level once you add additional skill set as you move on.